It's DSP's top 8 worst games of the year. Number 6, Killer is Dead. Now, I have to admit, I was surprised when trying out Killer is Dead and not liking it. I've played several of the previous outings from famous game developer Suda51. I mean, he's responsible for the No More Heroes series. He made Shadows of the Damned. He made Lollipop Chainsaw. And although those games are far cries from each other and all completely different gameplay-wise, I really enjoyed all of them. And so Killer is Dead was another chance for Suda51 to reinvent himself. You end up jumping into the role of a Ronin who basically, it's just hack and slash gameplay. I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm not going to be overblown and describe it too much. The game is a bunch of hack and slash repetitive gameplay. Every once in a while you charge up enough so that you can use special attacks. Yes, there's ranged attacks and such, but the game's gameplay is so disappointing. Because in previous outings like No More Heroes or Shadows of the Damned, and yes, even Lollipop Chainsaw, which was very repetitive, as you played through the game, you would unlock new abilities and new things that made the game better or at least gave you some variety. In Killer is Dead, it's the same shit over and over and over. And really, the only reason I can think that anyone would want to continue playing the game is to follow along with the quirky story that Suda51 always provides you. Which I need to mention, in this game is probably one of the weakest out of all of his games. It drags you along but doesn't explain anything. You're just basically left not understanding anything for most of the game to the point where you're like, I give up, I don't care. In addition to that, the game just has weird design choices that make the game more frustrating than difficult. For example, there's an entire stage where you're wandering around a catacomb that looks identical everywhere you go and is in the pitch fucking darkness. So you can't see where you're going and you end up running in circles for minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes just to find out, oh shit, I'm back where I started again. It's absolutely annoying. There's no way to tell what direction you're supposed to be going. And when you finally beat the stage, you're like, oh, thank God, but why the fuck did I get put through that? This game is by far, of all the Suda51 games I've played, the absolute worst and was one of the biggest disappointments for me of this year because I had such high expectations. But then when I did a little bit of research into the game, I found out the truth. Suda51 did not direct this game, he only produced it. So he created the idea behind it and then handed it off to someone else to hold the creative reins. So what you see here is a true case of an artist who's really good at what he does, but when he tries to trust someone else to follow in his footsteps, they fail miserably. Chances are, if Suda51 really did direct Killer is Dead, it might have been good. But the fact that he passed it off to someone else made the game suck, and it was critically panned, and I hated it too. So very disappointing. Here's hoping that if and when Suda51 makes another game, he actually directs it himself and gets back on track. Up next on the countdown, movie tie-ins. These always turn out great, right? Right? Check it out.